Hello everybody and welcome in. My name is Yolanda Roofs. You have found my channel, Facilitated Light Wellbeing, channeled collective energy, readings that find you when you need them. These are timeless messages. So I read for the collective, which means it is happening to you or you are giving it to somebody. So it's a receiving energy or a giving energy. So today I was drawn to do everything with water. So there must be some emotional changes, some things coming in, but I was drawn to water. So these cards are all going to be water or moon or things that are dealing with deeper. I think the reason this is happening is that there are changes and things that are happening in our life and they're affecting us on a internal level. This new earth and the new things they're talking about, new platforms, new timelines. I don't think it is something that's like, there are some people that are changing like the trajectories and the things in their life, but I think this is more of an inner change, how you look at things, how you perceive yourself, boundaries, things that you're giving for you. And I think that as you start to take care of yourself, like that self-care, that self-respect, the boundaries, healing your trauma, doing the work that needs to be done so you can pull in those beautiful things that you want. Sorry, I just took my shower. My hair is like poofy. I just feel like the change is internal. It's something that you are changing internally that is making your outside world, your external world reflect because of the changes that you have. I feel like everything starts within, like the change you want to see starts with you type of thing. But I think that internally, as you change and you become this new flower, this new butterfly, this new thing, your world starts calibrating to where you're vibrating, where you're at, because we always lived in this very heavy, dense energy that kind of made you feel like you had to be here, you could only do this. It was very limiting. And this new energy of Aquarius is like, it's amazing because it's freeing. It's the death of all the things that held you down and made you feel like you couldn't do it. And it's recalibrating, reimagining the life that you can have. And it's like believing that you can do it. Not everybody. We're all on our own path. Remember, energy moves. So in this message, if it finds you, it's either it's just happened, it's happening, or it's coming in soon. So energy flows. It does not have specific dates. It's not, like on June 17th, like I said, I've said this before, it's a flow. So as you're learning, as you're releasing, as you're growing, as you're perceiving, as you're ready to get to that point, we all grow differently, kind of like potty training. We all potty train a different time. I had 3 kids, and they all train differently. And that's how your life works. That's why you can't live in comparison syndrome. You need to be true to who you are. This channel is about authenticity, and the reason I say to live authentic is that when you live authentic, you draw in the people that will support you, grow you, lift you up, hold you when you're down. We all have down days. And then also, if those people are pulled in, you're going to be able to support them. Life is about cycles. So this is how I channel, guys. I just say what comes to me because I'm connecting with the guides that want you to hear something as a collective. So we're just going to dive into the cards. We're going to see what they have to say. In most cases, there is something for somebody. This is not a channel of fortune telling. This is a channel of reading energy, foresight, a what if, and I have asthma, sorry. This is a channel that makes you say, should I consider that? The guides want to give you something to have a perspective about. So I do not predict the future. Nobody knows the future. You have so much free will in the world that you can choose what you want. You can choose your outcomes. You can change your trajectory at any time. That's like when you become recovered from some type of addiction. And addiction, like we say, is not just drugs and alcohol. Something that becomes precedence over everything else and starts to have an effect or a problem or creates a problem in your life. When you get to that point and you realize you have decided you want to do something different, or you don't want to do that, or you're seeing the impact, when you start changing, you change your trajectory, you change where you're going, you change your frequency. And when you realize that it's an internal change that then starts to become an outside change, you start seeing it. When you do something different and things come out the way you want, or you see how it's happening, there you go. It makes a new thing. Me, just recently, mine was that I finally figured out what was causing the pain within my body. Now, this is a physical thing, but it really made a difference, because as I found that I was allergic or sensitive to gluten and to whey, I figured out on my own by process of elimination, because I was tested for like lupus and all kinds of things, and I kept saying to my husband, there is something immunocompromised within me. I don't know what it is. I just feel like something is, because when I cheat and I eat those things, it makes me tired. It makes inflammation in my back crackles, and I thought it was just old age. Like, listen, I'm older, but to know that if I took those things out of my diet, I would not feel pain. I would have done it years ago if I'd known. So as you become wanting to know your guides, your angels, the divine, if you say like, what is causing me this pain? What is causing me this mental pain? What is causing... You have to be ready to listen and willing to make that sacrifice and change, because when I don't feel pain, it's a motivator to not do that, because I dealt with having to take ibuprofen on a regular basis. And I had said to my husband, like I said just before, there's something wrong. And he's like, well, I don't know. And I go to the doctors and everything, because I kind of watch what I eat anyway, naturally, because I'm allergic to like synthetic things like MSG, TBHQ, certain things they put into foods. I have to be careful with certain medicines, and my body acts totally different from medicine than other people. That's why I always felt like I was unique or an alien or something. Just a little funny side note. But in your life, I also had to remove toxic things. I had to walk away from certain people, situations, energy, because when I removed them, my nervous system became calm. I am super, super sensitive, being a healer and an empath, to people's energy. So when I put myself in environments, I have to be careful that it doesn't trigger me, or I've learned to unload the energy. If you're an empath and you don't know it, you'll be very, 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 very stimulated in environments with a lot of people, because as an empath that doesn't have protection, and I wear my bracelets too. I have crystal bracelets. I wear them for intuity, but I also wear them for protection, because as I said, when you are an empath, a healer, a person that is open to receive energy, this is why they call those energy vampires. They know who you are, and they will take and take and take. And what happens is, as a person that doesn't know it, and listen, there's a whole bunch of us out there that are empaths. We're just open to energy. We're non-judgmental. So we're easily manipulated, because we don't look at people as, oh, they're this or that. We just see everybody as humans. We want to think the best of everybody. We want to help people. I am a healer of the heart. So when people come to me, I have a softness, or I have the craziest people, or the people that need me. And if I'm not careful, they drain me. So maybe this is something that's out there for you. If you're seeing this message, if you are easily like drained when you come out of crowds, like I became almost not a recluse, but like I go to my job. I love people. I truly love to be with people and work with them. But when I come home, I need my quiet time. I need nobody here. I need to do my thing. And if this is you, you might want to look into how to protect yourself as an empath, as a open person. Crystals are awesome, because crystals are from the earth. They have certain properties, and your electromagnetic energy that you have, like that what makes your heart beat, turns them on. If you don't believe it, they won't work. But if you do, your brain and your mind and all your nervous system all works together, and it's very powerful. You are a very powerful being. You don't know. You have the divine light of God, monad, high force energy. That's from the soul is from God. If you're a human and you are here and you have a soul, you have the divine spark within you. It doesn't mean you're God. It means that you have a piece of it in you, the energy, the force, the white light of creative energy. We all choose to do with that light what we want. You have free will here. So in this world that you live in, the reason there are bad things is because we have free will to be a good person or a shitball. Okay, your decisions, what you do, it's your choice. So we have to stop blaming God, divine, everything for all the bad things that happen, because you are in a world. He's not here. You are the divine spark. So he's here through you, and he's, he can control things. I mean, if he thought you into existence, or I don't even know if it has a gender. I say he because I'm programmed from so many years. If they could think you into existence, manifestation, it don't matter if they're here. Kind of like they talk about many different things. Manifestation is your brain. So, wow, this is a full message. There's lots of stuff coming in. When you want something, you don't think about what you don't want. You keep your mind filled with the beautiful things that you want. Optimistic thoughts, things that you want to come in, things that you need to feel. Because when you think on the negative, your brain is the receiver and the receptor to the universe. So whatever you think on, that's what's coming in. So I call it stinking thinking. If you have bad thinking or you're only thinking of the negative, this is the training that you need to do. When you think on something bad, you'll know. Pull yourself out of it and think about, okay, I can't think about that because that crazy lady on the YouTube said, if I think on that, that's what I'm going to pull in. I want to be in your mind for a positive thing. Start thinking on what you want. What could be the nice world that you want? What could be the nice outcome? What could be a beautiful life? Picture yourself on the beach. Whatever brings happiness and joy. Picture yourself as the true, authentic person you want to be. Nobody sees it. It's in your mind. But as you imagine yourself as the true person that you want to be and the life that you want to live, you are telling the universe, I am ready. This is what I can see myself doing. I want to be the inspiration for you to live authentically and true and embrace who you really are. Honey, you are powerful. You are energy. You are anything you want to be. Don't let the world dim you. Don't let your family or anybody tell you you can't be that or you shouldn't be that. It's none of their damn business. You shine brightly. Now you're going to lose some people. Sorry, that's what happens when you live authentically. But then when you live authentically for a while, you're going to pull in those people. They're going to be like, ooh, I like that person, or ooh, I like their pizzazz, or that's the type of person I want to be friends with, or that's the type of person I want to love. That's the person I want in my life. And as you lose those other people, because living false doesn't help you, and you're never ever really truly going to be happy if you're living a life that's not you. Okay, so this message is about the inner emotions, and that's probably what it is. The universe, the divine spark, energy, the guides, they want you to know you will find happiness and you will find joy when you start living the true, authentic life you need to live and believing that the universe has your back. They will support you. If you were sent here for a purpose, listen, we can drink margaritas, hang on the beach, and just live life, okay? But that's not why you were sent here. You were sent here for a purpose. You were sent here to enlighten, to grow, to come alongside people, to inspire people by you being who you are and living authentically. That might be your purpose because you might help somebody. You might grow somebody. You might give somebody the ambition to do what they needed to do. There's a purpose. Your soul knows it. But if you don't want to listen as a carnal person, as the avatar, you're the avatar for your soul. Yes, you are here. I'm Yolanda, and I live here. But my soul that energizes, makes my heart beat, has the purpose. They are living through me. If you connect with your inner person, your inner child, your inner soul, you will know and you will grow to understand what you need to do in this world. Because when you start doing your passion is what you came here to do and what's going to light you up and put you on the right path. We are programmed from a young age to be what they want you to be. They is whatever, the church, the government, the powers that be, the aliens, whatever, I don't know. But somebody wants you to be something different because as a human being, you are a person, you are a living being. But the soul that lives inside of you, whole baby, they come from the divine. They're energy, they're pure, They're powerful. And they don't want you to listen to that, because then you're dangerous, because then you can take them down, or you can go against their agenda. Fear is the biggest thing that the powers that be will do to keep you stuck, to keep you controlled, to take your energy. And I don't think it's like the Matrix where you're plugged in. Listen, it could be. I think it's just taking away your power. It's putting you in a place so they can control you. It's siphoning you in an essence, because it's taking all that beautiful energy from you. Okay, that must be a message for somebody. I hope that I inspire you, that I don't, I'm a little crazy, but that's what makes me unique. And sometimes you have to think outside of the box, guys. You have to be genuine to yourself. So, like I said, we're going to do all water cards, and we're going to see what comes out. This one is Rebecca Campbell. She is a great motivational person. If you like decks of white light and healing, if you feel like you're a Pleiadian or Sirian, or you just feel connected, like this is not your home, you're just living here, that's me, you might enjoy her stuff. She's very much about healing, growing, and connecting to the inner part of who you are. Spirit guides, angels, most high, protect us as we go through this with higher messages. Keep us focused on the things we need to know for a higher good. What messages do you have for the collective today? What messages? Okay, so there's a couple cards here. So we've got boundaries. Yeah, that is part of that protecting of your energy. Generously given, relationships coming together, bounteous. There's many things that it might be coming in for you. The energy, bountiful, is abundant. It's flourishing. It's no boundaries in the sense of things coming in. So like I said, generously given, relationships coming together. So in your emotional field, you have things coming in, new things that might have been stuck. We had Mercury retrograde. We have all these planets that just aligned. We have this solar eclipse that just happened, and you have this new moon. So there are new things, and I kept getting the Wheel of Fortune, which is usually like, if it's in the reverse, it's an energy that's either stuck or it's movement. And I think that what's doing, it's, you had to clear that garbage, that stuff that was holding you, the old paradigm, the old energies, the old thought patterns, the old things. And I think we almost, this is what I'm going to think, this is what's coming in. Like, we almost like, yeah, we don't want that anymore. Like, we're starting to think freely. And the universe is like, yes, think freely. This is what we want for you. Because when you limit yourself, you limit what comes into you. Just think of the things you want, the things that you are worthy of, and you would be surprised. I've seen it in my world. Sometimes that old thinking comes back, but like, know that you deserve everything that's coming in, and that you can have an abundance. Okay, Isle of Avalon, healing, returning to wholeness and transformation. Yes, this is what's coming as we return back to that original blueprint, that we can have all the things. We can live a peaceful life. We can live a tranquil life. Now, if you want money, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with money. It's what money does to you, or it's what the money tempts you with to possibly put you into a world of entrapment. Be careful when you're spending your money, that you're spending on money that it's going to fulfill you. It's going to give you joy. It's going to bring something in for you. If it's just to prove to everybody else what you have, it's not going to bring you happiness. If you are doing it for you, then it will bring you happiness. If you use your money to bring happiness and joy within your family, and it's not about like, you don't need to be Mother Teresa. It's the fact that the money is not controlling you. The money, when you look at it, it's the energy that's around it. If you believe it's going to come in, the universe is going to take care of you, and it's just going to flow, it will flow. If you feel like you have to hoard it because you've always lived in a sense of lack, which I have been there, you can't hold on to money. You can't look at money as like this energy of like, oh, I gotta hold it, I gotta keep it all contained, because you're going to restrict it. When you live knowing the universe is going to provide for you what you need, what you desire, what you want, it's going to flow in. But you cannot be controlling of it. You cannot say, oh, it has to be this, or I got to hold this, or I got to, control this. There's nothing wrong with savings. Savings is very important. You need to be ready for that rainy day, because life has ebb and flow. Okay, that's the ocean. It's going to come in, it's going to come out. It's going to be rich, it's going to be, you better watch your buddies. But it's what you do to prepare. Are you hoarding your money because it's mine, like my pretty, like it's mine? Or are you holding money? I need to fix the car. I need to do this. I need to not spend every penny I have because there's going to be a time when something's needed, or life could be lean. I could get sick. Preparing for your money and saving it because you want to be prepared is one thing, but living without or hoarding it so that you have all this money and gives you power, that's not a good energy. Okay? Clear waters, clear vision, confirmation, right timing, opportunity. So there is something coming in when you release certain energies, when you release control, when you just allow things to happen. And if you are trying to do something, I feel like there's a timing that's coming up. This opportunity, this Wheel of Fortune, that's what I keep seeing, the Wheel of Fortune. Energies are moving now. We have gotten past the Mercury retrograde. This year, I told you, was a slow year, but a lot coming in, a lot that had to be processed, a lot that was changing. It's not that you're not going to have things going on. It's that there is a lot that's being presented to you to transmute, to deal with, to remove, to add, and it's knowing that it's preparing you at a pace that you can handle, but you still have to do the work. Remember, we said this is the year that the spirit guides, the angels, everything is stepping back and saying, okay, humanity, what do you want? What do you want in your life? What do you want to unfold? Do you want this? Do you not want this? Because we're not making the decision. We're not protecting you the same way. We are protecting you overall. But the work and the decisions are yours. What kind of world do you want? What kind of heaven on earth do you want to create? What are you going to allow? What are you not going to allow? Boundaries. Are you going to change? Are you going to let go of the old things that destroy you and hurt you and damage you? Or are you going to hold on to that old system? Because that is going to take your frequency and plummet it right into the ground. And then you're going to be miserable. Do I want to finally realize what I might be doing wrong? Change it. Do I want to grow? Do I want happiness? Listen, there's a bunch of you, and I might get backlash for this, but there's a bunch of you that like to hold on to that negative energy because it gives you an excuse to stay where you're at. It gives you an excuse to not change. And I'm sorry if this offends you or pricks you. And if it pricks you, you're the person. You have to let go of the anger, of the pain, of the letdowns, of the things that people have done to you. It is not good. It is not right. But when you hold it, it still controls you. It still is hurting you. It's still like doing exactly what it wanted to do. So don't give it power anymore. Just say, listen, there was some shitty stuff that happened, okay? But I'm not going to let it define me. There's people that have been abused as children, whether it's physical, mental, whatever, and they either do it to their kids or people around them and they project it, or they say, it's stopping here. I'm not allowing that to happen to my children, to my friends, I'm going to advocate, or I'm going to choose to be different. So if this is something in your life, you have to choose that it's not going to control you and continue. It's not going to be ingrained in you and damage you so much because you are unwilling to let go of what happened to you. It sucks. Listen, been through some things. I've had family members that have gone through things. My children have gone through some things. And I hope that they choose to be a better thing or not allow it to happen in their life instead of holding on to it so it can continue to hurt them, to hinder them, to damage them, or make them bitter. And bitterness is dangerous. It can make you sick. It can make you bring your vibration down. It can just make you miserable and push all the beautiful things away from you. Okay, so that's for somebody. The next one is the water carrier. What really matters? Reflect and reprioritize. It's the completion of what we just talked about. What's really important? What do you really want? What are you holding on to? What do you need to let go of? What is killing you deeply within inside of you? There is programming, there is damage that is going to affect you every day if you don't change the programming. It's just going to be with you because that's what it was meant to be with you, to be damaging. So these cards we're going to pull out are dealing with the moon, or the ocean. So there is something coming in that you need to recalibrate, you need to see. There is change, there is healing that needs to take place. So I'm going to give that to you to do. You need to ask the universe, ask God, whatever higher power you call to, your guides, your angels, what do I need to recalibrate? What do I need to reevaluate? What am I holding on to that could be damaging me that I don't even realize? Listen, most of this stuff we don't even know we're doing. And the damage within you, in your muscles, in your bones, in your brain, in your mind, you might not remember it or you might not think it's a big deal, but as you think and make choices, it goes through that and it gets distorted. So until you deal with it, until you fix it, it could cause a problem for you. All right. So this one's telling you new moon in Taurus. Know your worth. Yes. Beautiful energy. And knowing your worth, that goes through the boundaries. You have to know that you are worth more than the damaged, broken pieces that are part of you. Healing them, knowing that, no, just because that's happened to me doesn't mean I'm not worth more. You are worthy of all the beautiful things that are out there, but you have to choose it. You can't let somebody else take it from you. And that's what happens when you become broken and weak. Somebody manipulates you and makes you think that you're not worth it, and you are. You are worth everything that you want. We are human beings that were created in the divine spark, and we were created to live life fully, to have all the things that we need. Now, riches aren't the same as having all the things you need. Experiencing life. You don't have to be wealthy and you don't have to be poor. Okay, so it's how you take your life and how you pull it in and what you project out. Heal your broken pieces. All right, this is Koi Fish Realm. Release the need to control. Instead, surrender to the divine flow of life, trusting that all is unfolding exactly as it should be. Stop trying to control everything. The divine, the beautiful patterns, the things that are coming in for you, don't make something go away from you that's a beautiful blessing because you think it's supposed to be a certain way. Sometimes we get preconceived ideas of what things are supposed to look like, and then we get so fixed on it that we push away a beautiful blessing because we're like, no, that's not, I can't do that. Like a person, a thing, a job, an opportunity, how to live your life, what you think, because sometimes we have this understanding of what it's supposed to be because of our programming or our concept. We get very stuck, and the universe is like, Lonnie, I have this beautiful thing for you. And I'm like, no, it's not exactly the way I see it. It has to be this, or a checklist, it has to be this person, it has to be this thing, or this perfect job. Not that I do that all the time, but we do it. Free yourself from restrictions. Ask the universe, is this for me? You're gonna know. There's going to be signs. You can even ask for a specific sign. Don't say it out loud. Just say it in your mind. Talk to God and say, listen, if this is supposed to be something I'm supposed to do, could you give me a sign? Or could you send me, I asked for a specific thing. It's not the same all the time, but I'll like, can you send me this? Or send me a hippo, or send me a butterfly, or have it be a rock that I find, or a color, and you'll know. If you're connected, they'll show you. Listen to the whispers of your intuition, for it is the voice of your soul guiding you towards your highest thing. Yeah, that's that connection. Start listening to your gut. Stop listening just to the brain, because the brain is programmed. The soul is connected to your heart, your soul spot, your divine connection. Your intuition is that little voice in your head that says, or yeah. And you're scared, and the voice is like, no, come on, you gotta do it, this is what we're supposed to do. And you're like, well, I don't know, so-and-so might not like that, or I'm scared. Fear is the biggest thing. I've been there. Trust me, it's quite annoying, because I'll be like, I want to do it, but I'm so scared, and you don't think you are until that opportunity comes, and you're like, especially if you don't know how it's going to unfold, you're like. And then as I got older, people were like, oh, I don't know how you do all this stuff. I finally stopped letting fear control me. And it still pops up once in a while. But that's why when I go and I tried for the airline, I tried for a different job, I went to the Mayo Clinic to go be a phlebotomist. Nope, not for me. The anxiety of people and drawing blood, no, it was not good for me, but I tried. And I said, oh, no, this is not for me. And then I wanted to be in the airline, and I thought I kept missing an opportunity, and I went and did it. I got accepted to one of the airlines to do a government contract. And I went down, and then I realized when I actually got in, started doing the training, I was like, oh no, I don't think this is for me. And I didn't feel bad. I just said to my husband, I need to listen to my flags. My flags are telling me, no, this is not for me, that this isn't going to be something I want to do. And I wasn't upset. I just said, okay, I tried it and I did it. You know, I've opened stores, I've opened certain businesses and done it. And I've realized that you're never going to know unless you try. You can't let fear get in the way. Now you need to plan. You need to, you know, be executing your plans and be open there. But sometimes you have to just go in. If something's telling you, okay, it's time, you need to just follow it. But you need to put in the work. That's the part that if you want to do something and you're not sure how it's going to turn out, you need to put the work in. You need to know if it's time and it's telling you it's time, listen to it, but then say, okay, what do I need to do now? You know, and your guides will help you. All right, this is the C deck. Let's see. Oh, we got a chunk of them. So journey, may you seek adventure. Yeah, guys, we need to open up. We've been closed up with all this COVID stuff and all these planets being in like wonky positions. It's time to go find adventure. It's time to do some new things. Time to put some spark back in our butt. Love, may you dive deep into your passions. When you find your passion, we said this before, that's what's going to bring in that joy and that happiness. That passion is going to find its way to you. And passion could be person, it could be a creative thing, it could be a thing you like to do, a new job, a new adventure. Maybe I would love to go to such and such a place. That could be your thing. Getting ready for it, planning for it, saving for it. And when you start going toward the thing that lights you up, that you love, that's your passion, the thing that you follow, the thing you take pictures of, the thing that you think about, that's what you love. That's your passion. What did you like to do as a kid? Now, maybe it won't be exactly that, but that inner child knows exactly what lights you up. Forgive, may you let it be. Yeah, letting go of grudges, letting go of pain, letting go of people that have hurt you. You don't have to hang out with them, but you definitely have to let go of it because they're going to continue to hurt you, control you, and damage you. And they might not even know it, but that energy, if you hold on to it and you don't forgive, it's not saying it's okay. It's that it's no longer, you're releasing it from your energy, from your field. It's done. It's over. Wild, may you express all that you are. Yeah, that's not necessarily wild. It's just being free, being who you are, being that authentic true self and living. It could be wild, but I feel like it's just because it's not what everybody else tells you should be. That's what makes it wild, because a wild animal lives the life they want. They poop where they want, they be who they want, they eat what they want. Living in the wild is nobody telling you what you need to be. Okay? And then reflect, may you discern and distill. I think we also have to take a quiet time to evaluate. Life is busy. Well, most life is busy, and I think the world will try to keep you busier so you don't have time to reflect, to discern, to understand what's actually happening, because you're so busy working, sleeping, eating, pooping, whatever, that we forget the things we like to do. We don't take the time to think things through, and sometimes we make haphazard decisions. Not everybody. You get what I'm saying. We're busy. We're this society. I live in America. This society is too freaking busy. They're too obsessed with giving everything to their kids that they never had, instead of just allowing their life to unfold. If your kid wants to do stuff, hey, that's great. You know, you have the money, that's great. But don't over exasperate your children. They need creative time. They need time to play. They need time to, schooling is important. You know, a kid that you got to motivate, and that school is going to be essential to them because that will be their passion. But you need to allow yourself and your children to have creative time, to have fun time, to have downtime, to have work time, to know that there's a balance. Like, my children played video games, and I didn't take it away from them, but there was a limited amount of time. You need to go outside and play. You need to get fresh air. You need to run around. You need to be able to think and imagine. And children need to be able to role play, to play in the dirt, to create art, to color, whatever their passion. Not every child wants to color, but you'll know they need that expression time. They need you to talk to them. They need you to interact with them. They need to be children. I don't know. There must be somebody out there, but that's what's coming to me. Let your children and your human adult person, you need to be able to do more than just work, sleep, and eat. And I know that life gets crazy, but there is time if you make it. And stop agreeing to do too much if that's what's taking all your time. Because sometimes you're not good to anybody if you're exasperated and overwhelmed and working too much and doing too much. So if you're taking on too much, maybe it's time to evaluate who has all your energy and be able to find time for your family. If you choose to have a family, this might trigger people. Okay, how do I say this? If you choose to have a family, people, you need to find time to be with them. You need to do things with them. They're not just little toys, okay? Because there are some people out there, they want their cake and eat it too, and that's okay. But if you choose to have a child, please give them some of your attention. It's not what you buy them. It's not what you get them in. It's not what you put them in. It's not the nanny you get for them. They need you too. They need your attention. They need your love. And even if you're working 2 jobs, there is time when you could sit down and talk to your child, have a cup of tea with them, watch a stupid show that you can't stand but they love, that you're sitting right there with them watching, having ice cream with them. Just that moment. Just recognizing them. Hey, how are you? You know, hey, come and sit with me. Let's watch. What kind of show you want to watch? You don't have to like it. That you need to know what your children like. You need to know what your family likes, your boyfriend likes, your girlfriend, your husband. You can't just go around living life and just worrying about you. That's important to be taken care of. But if you choose to be in a relationship, or you choose to have a child, or you choose to be, in a church function or whatever, you need to interact with those people. Okay? That's for somebody. Advice from the angels. What do you have for advice? Listen, this is a channel of truth. If you're not ready to hear the truth and you get offended really easy and you need a coloring book to deal with it, this is not your channel, because I speak very clearly. I'm a very frank, honest person, and I don't believe you can ever be too honest unless you're doing things to hurt people. That's what and I'm never on this channel to hurt people. So if what I say offends you, I'm sorry. If it's offending you, it's probably because I'm hitting something that you don't want to deal with. So take what I say and know that it's said with love for your growth. And that probably your spirit guides and your angels want you to hear it, because you're not hearing it from the outside, or you're not realizing it, or you don't want to change. So I hope that you take what's been said and you let it percolate and sink in before you get mad and don't want to come back. That you evaluate if what you're doing you didn't realize, or you might have some change to do. We all have change, and we're all growing until we die, okay? So new connections, 740 is your first one. It says, keep an open mind. People are showing up in your life who reflect the goals you've been putting forth into the universe. So that's why I said, remember, when you start thinking on good things and you start focusing on what you want, the universe is going to bring the right people in, the right environments, the right things. Excuse me. So as we're changing and we're reprogramming ourselves to be more free, more open thinking, or whatever, when we're thinking on those good things, those old people are going to fall away and the new things are going to come in. The old job's going to fall away, the new job's going to come in. So know that there's going to be new things, because we as a collective, we're changing. So it says, meet them and open yourself up to what they have to teach you about life and yourself. Demonstrate that your heart and mind are open to new connections by following up with a new friend at some point today. So it's like what I just said. If you're new to this channel and you've just come on, if you were drawn here, you probably need some insight, or you need to live authentically, or you're struggling, or you just need an inspiration and you need someone to talk to you realistically. Now, I do say some curse words here and there. I'm sorry if that bothers you, but that's me. I say curse words sometimes. There are new people coming in. Be open to those new connections. A shift in reality. Hey, yeah, that's what we were talking about. So these are just confirmations. Luck is a mindset. Your angels want you to be ready for some lucky breaks ahead for you that are coming in for you. When you are in a negative mindset, negative forces are attracted to reinforce it. Yeah, that's what I said. However, when you feel lucky, forces that reinforce that feeling come in. Take several pauses throughout the day to repeat the mantra, things always work out for me, and simply feel lucky. And that's what I said. How you think is what you pull in. So if you go into stinking thinking, I want you to say, okay, no, Yolanda said we need to think like this. I'm gonna try. That's what I just want you to do. Just want you to try. When you start thinking negative, turn it off and start thinking of something positive. Start thinking of your happy place. That's why I say your happy place. Find your happy place. Find a place that you can think on good things. Don't allow that, because that's like the powers that be trying to drag you down. Oh, she's in a good mood. We need to put some little squash on that. She's getting too energetic and too vibrational and too good. We need to put something in there to just make her go, oh, we don't want that. Ignore that. Don't think on the bad things. You have to think on how you're going to fix the bad things. You can have bad things, but you have to think on, what can I do, or what could I be doing that makes it better? Or maybe I could stop doing this, or maybe I could talk to this person, or maybe I need to step back and imagine your life doing that. Okay, so put yourself down a path that's toward healing and well-being. Try. 752. Learn something new. There is something you want to do deep down, but feel you will never be able to actually do it. Your angels remind you that you don't have to be an expert. Just go for it because you want it. This was what I was talking about, that thing. I didn't know if it was going to work out. I tried. Who cares if you don't make it? You'll never know if it's meant for you or if you can succeed if you don't try. It's never wasted. It's never, because you're going to meet people, you're going to learn something, you're going to realize something. Even when you don't succeed, you're probably going to learn. Like, I think they said, they're showing me Edison or something with the guy that, yeah, I think Edison, they found electricity. He said, I'm not upset. I know 1,000 ways that you can't get electricity, but now I know, but by trying and continuing and doing something new and keep going, now I found it. He said, it wasn't the mistakes, because now I know all those different things didn't work, but now I found the electricity. I found the way it did work. So don't think that you have to be perfect at everything. It's time to download that foreign language app, try that new recipe, or look into steps for starting the vegetable garden you've always dreamed of. Do something new that you've never thought you could do. So just, I think it's, and that was what your other cards were saying. It's trying things, being open to something new, being out there for an adventure instead of just doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. Listen, there's sometimes stability is nice, but they're asking you to go outside of your comfort zone or try something that you're like, then you're thinking, oh no, and learn about it. Now, if you want to grow plants, maybe learn about it, pick up a book and start small and keep going. And you'd be surprised. And you might get the book and go, oh no, that's too much for me. I kill everything. Either you have a green thumb or you don't. But you can learn how to have a green thumb. And having a green thumb and being a good cook, I'm going to tell you what the secret is. And I've figured this out. Certain things require you to be like a mom or a dad to something. So if you're cooking, if you're not a good cook, you probably aren't focused enough to stay there and focus on what you need to do. If you kill things, you're probably not watering your plants or forgetting because it's not a priority. If you have a garden, you have to tend to it. You have to weed it. You have to take care of it like a child. Some things require more attention. And if you're not good at it, it's because it's not your passion. It's not your thing. That's not what you want to put your energy into. So the reason you could be a good cook or a good gardener or a good whatever, but if it's not your passion, if it's not what's driving you, you're not going to do well, because some things require continual maintenance. They require you to take care of something. They require you to stand there and stir it. They require you to watch it or to time it. Some things you can't have 47 things going on. It's not something that just takes care of itself. Plants need to be watered at a certain time, and every plant gets watered differently. I love plants, but that's my passion. So I maintain them and I take care of them. And when I get too busy, I get frustrated because I feel like they're my babies. And if I don't water them, I don't want to kill them. It's like killing an animal. Kind of same thing with animals. Unless you are ready to be a parent and take care of them and nurture them and take them to the vet and feed them and play with them, do not get an animal. It requires attention, and you're going to damage that living being thing because you're not focused on it. So don't just get things for fun. Like, don't have kids because you're bored. if you're not ready to take on the mission, listen, it's a lifetime thing. You're not going to ever be done with taking care of them. You will get more time with children away from them. Like, you'll have more time as you get older. But when you raise children, it's a part of your life. When you have plants in your house, you're going to have to take care of them every day, or you're going to have to maintain them, or you're going to have to get rid of them because it doesn't go away. And if you don't feed them or water them, they die. Same with pets. Don't abuse pets, and you don't even do it intentionally. So I don't know. Sorry, this message is out there. $5.99. Be steadfast. Oh my gosh. I don't make this stuff up. Fortify your mindset. Your angels are asking you to reconsider a belief you currently have. The present situation is calling you to change your mindset about something in order to align with who you authentically are. Being steadfast and secure in your own intuitive wisdom is necessary now. Write down what is important to your soul at this time and reflect on how you can stay true to that in the days to come, even as you shift your beliefs to harmonize with what you hold true within you. So there's some changes that are coming, and I think you are seeing some things, and the world is changing around us, like literally. So what we used to do is not going to help us. What we used to do isn't going to land the same way. So we need to reevaluate where we are and what we're thinking. So our last card is going to be from the light, love and light mantra. This is going to be just your finishing thing. I think I got that at Barnes and Nobles. It's a cute little deck. I like it. So I hope the words I've said to you have not triggered you too much, or they've inspired you to want something better, something true, something new within your life. This channel is meant to grow you and make you feel better or work towards something better. If you like the channel, you're welcome to subscribe if you've gotten this far. Subscribes aren't necessary, but they help the channel grow and help other people find it through algorithms. All right, last card of the day. What card do you have for them? All right. This is your finishing card. This says, connect with nature. My home is in nature as it loves me unconditionally with the deepest, most relentless love I'll ever experience. This is Mother Earth. That energy of Mother Earth loves everything that inhabits this planet, and it wants you to be grounded and loved and harmonized, including the plants, the animals, the humans. And when we do stuff to wreck that or to disturb that, she counteracts it. Mother Earth energy is so healing and so beautiful within your body. You are a part of Mother Earth. Your energy is synced. The reason you're here, you sync with her energy. When you become out of sync, or you don't get into nature, or you not allowing her to heal you, the sunshine, the air, the ground. If you feel the need to put your feet on the ground, do it with bare feet, in the dirt or the grass, in the ocean, on a path. Go take a walk. It doesn't have to be in the middle of the woods. Take a walk through something that has living things. Get out in the air, the breathing. Mother Earth loves you. And it's an energy. It's not a human being or a thing standing in the middle of the earth. They project her or perceive her like that because Mother usually nurtures and loves you, grows you, encompasses you, hugs you. Mother Earth wants to take care of you. The energy of Mother Earth is that of healing, balancing, and harmonizing you. And that's a regulated nervous system. If you feel anxious, if you feel over-exasperated, if you feel stressed, go outside. If you can get into a body of water, even better. Even if you just walk on the edge and put your feet in the water, but just being outside. If you can touch a plant, touch an animal, touch a living being, a thing. Okay, if you're in the city, pet a dog, hug somebody, get where you can touch plants that are alive. Okay, go to the park, go for a walk, just put your hand on a tree. Literally, I'm telling you, the energy that comes off of them, because they are connected to Mother Earth. Trees and plants are essential for the balance and the harmonization of the earth itself. That's why you cannot take all the trees, the grass, and make them into concrete cities. That's why people fight it. You need living energy, because all the other things that come through the world are positive ions, and the earth releases negative ions. We are a negative base ion. We are a living thing. So if we acquire too much electricity, too much telephone, too much energy on a positive ionic energy, it overflows and it makes it too overcharged. That's why you feel anxious, because it's positive. The earth goes and like, when you touch her, when you touch anything that's living, you get that energy into you, you receive it. So I leave this with you. Get into nature, get out in the sun or in the just the breeze. If you can't have the sun, allow Mother Earth to ground you and to give you peace of mind, and ask her or the divine to help you to become the most authentic person and to help you to see what's hindering you from getting there, and they will let you know. Guys, have a great day. I hope this finds you well.